Yo, yo, yo. It is your boy, Marky Marks. There. Yeah. Oh, shit. Mm. Miss Ninja, how art thou? How you doing? Good night. You leaving already? You just got here. Goodeth? Good. I know what you meant. It's all good. I like, I like tea. That's good. Glad you're good. This is trash here. All right. Okay. I'm good. Yeah, I was good. Had a good day. Had a good day. Um, it rained all day. I didn't do much, but I cleaned up around here. I came live. I went live this morning early because it was like nothing to do because it was raining all day. It just actually stopped raining just now, so at least the weather's getting a bit better now. Um, then I went to pick up my nephew from his volleyball practice. Then he wanted me to take him to this sports outlet, like for clothes. Hey, Age of Aquarius, how you doing? So he has like a bank card now because he's 16 and he's got his bank card and he's got like money in his account and he got money for his birthday 2 weeks ago. On his birthday, he got money and instead of people giving him stuff, they gave him money and said go buy your own stuff. So he finally got a chance to go with me to the store and he bought himself a shirt and then he bought me a jacket. He says he wanted to buy me something because I always buy him all this stuff. So he wanted to give back to me, which I thought was pretty nice of him. So he bought me a nice, cool yellow jacket, a Nike jacket that I like. So it was like half off. So um, he bought that for me, and then we went to go get lunch, and then he bought lunch for me too. Yeah. So I got treated today by my 16-year-old nephew. He said it's the least he can do for everything I've done for him. So he says he's always wanted to like treat me because I always, do things for him. Yeah, it's nice. We're very close anyway. So I tried to pay for lunch, but he was like, "No, no, I'm paying for everything." I was like, "All right." He goes, "Man, you came. You took me to soccer practice the other day. Now you're taking me. You're bringing me back home from volleyball. You picked me up from school. It's the least I can do." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Whatever." I said, I'm not getting offended. It's all cool. But he bought me a nice jacket and he got me lunch, and he bought himself lunch and some munchies and stuff. And yeah, he's a good. All my nephews are good boys, good guys. My other nephew, he's in college. The two oldest ones, they're in college, and he went to the Celtics and Toronto Raptors game last night, and he texted us and showed us like the footage of where he was and where he was sitting. So it was pretty cool. He's 19, I think, or 18, 18 or 19. I think he's 18. Yeah, and he just went 18 in May, and the other one's 21. I have six altogether, six nephews. Yeah, yeah. The dad, he's not in their life, but he sends them money in their accounts, and he wishes them a happy birthday, but they don't respond to him. They don't even say thank you to him because he's an asshole. They don't want nothing to do with him. He thinks by giving them money, he's gonna buy their love or something. But he can send money all he wants. They're gonna use it, and to hell with him. Hey, love and life, how you doing? Hey, milk tea, I'm doing good. All's good. Good to see you guys. Age of Aquarius, you said. Yeah, I don't have kids either, but it's nice to have nieces and nephews and things like that. But there's a lot of people who don't speak to their mother or father or siblings. It's a part of life. I would have never thought, my sisters were gonna get me, my sister and brother. You know, yeah, I successfully folded my clothes even back here. I got some clothes there, folded my clothes. I always try and like, you know, I have nowhere to put it sometimes. I just leave it here. I can't be bothered. As long as it's folded and washed, I'm good. So I folded these clothes like the beginning of the week and they're still there, but it's because the weather's been so crappy, so I haven't had a chance to wear any of it. And I just do whatever. I put all my hats nice and neatly over there too. I always got something to do. I wanted to clean up more stuff around here, but it was so humid I couldn't even like uh clean the floor because it was like all humidish. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna end up doing it tomorrow. Plus, it was raining. I didn't feel like going outside with the mop and then coming back in and all that shit. So I just pretty much chilled and then hung out with my nephews. Then we went in the games room and played some ping pong. Um, and that's it, pretty much. I just took Diamond out for a walk because it was finally stopped raining. But otherwise, it was a good day. It was a good day. Took a nice hot bath. I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. Age of Aquarius. I meant to tell you that I did get your email from like last week sometime. My Marky Marks Terror email wasn't working for the longest time. It kept logging me out, and every time I tried to log into it, it would just keep loading and loading and loading, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me! It's just not working. So today it finally loaded, and I saw that you emailed me like 7 days ago, and I was like, oh fuck's sake. So I was like, oh well, at least you got to get some readings on here, and I took care of you on here. So my apologies for not responding to your email, but it's because my email wasn't working. My other email works, but not that one. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So it told me that I had to update. It said actions required, and I didn't want to like update anything because there was nothing to update. So when I did update it, it messed it all up, and then I had to log in from another computer. And I was like, oh boy. And then I read all my emails in there and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So I apologize for that, but it wasn't my fault. You hang your hats on the wall on display. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh, my hats are right there, Love and Life. They're all on display there. They're on the wall there inside that little, those little six compartments. Upstairs, I have like more hats. Um, I got too many damn hats to be honest. And the sad part is I just ordered like five more because they were on they have all these sales and stuff. And what happens is a lot of people don't, certain hats don't, they're not all that great looking, and people don't really buy them. So, and plus baseball season's finished. So like the Red Sox hats that I get, they were all on sale for 15 to 19 bucks. And I bought five for $100. Like that's not even heard of. So I was like, yeah, I'm buying that shit. Hell yeah. So I just got five more, which I don't need, but I collect hats and I like them. I love, I like to look, I like to have a different hat for every day. And if I wear something, I won't wear it again for a while. Well, some people say you can never have enough, but I thought I'd treat myself, why not? 'Cause these hats are, I mean, they can get expensive, but I usually get them on, when they have like a sale. But sometimes they don't have your size. But the website I go on, they had a huge sale just now. They emailed me and said that they have a sale, 35% off. So I got five hats for 98 bucks, and that's like, I was like, holy shit, this can't be true. So I went and checked out, and I even got like a bigger discount because I had like some coupon thing or whatever they gave me. So I ended up paying like 98 bucks for five hats, which is like a really, really good deal. So yeah, I honestly I have too much clothes, too many hats, too much sneakers, too much of everything. Like too much shit, to be honest. But I blame everybody that comes on here and encourages me to treat myself. I blame all my friends that used to come on here and they used to be like, Mark, treat yourself. Who fucking cares? Go buy that. Go get that. You only live once. I wasn't really like, I didn't really have. I'm the type of person I don't really care about hats and clothes and sneakers and all that shit. I love it, yes, but like I tried to save my money all these years, and so I can have my car and my business all sorted out. I'm not really a materialistic person, and I don't really go out anymore either. The only time I dress up is to come on here or go out to to some function or something every now and then. So for the past 4 years I've been on here, people have given me gifts. Um, yeah, I mean, you only live once, so you might as well. And the thing is, I never was the type of person who spent money on a lot of clothes and shit like that because it didn't really like phase me too much. I could care less. But everybody encouraged me on here to like live my life and treat myself, and then they would buy me gifts, send me stuff, and then I was like, you know what, you're right. Why not? I can finally like afford it and treat myself. So that's what I do. Every now and then I'll treat myself and get myself something. Today my nephew treated me, so it was nice. Free lunch and a free jacket. So I'm good to go. My sister actually bought me this hat that's on my head. So yeah, I treat myself a lot lately. I let myself, go and be free and just like, even when I was ordering this, like when I was looking at that website and looking at the hats, I'm like, nah. I have my mouse on the X click to click out of it and be like, no, I don't need this shit. I have too many now. Then I said to myself, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well. Click. Sometimes like I just say to hell with it, like like why not? And obviously if I couldn't afford it, I wouldn't get it. But I was like, you know what? I'll bust my ass all these years. I pay my bills, I'm good to go. And I was like, oh well, I might as well. I encourage everybody to do it. It feels good to buy things for yourself and give yourself self love and self care. And that's it. People always tell me, man, just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I've been there, done that. I mean, I've saved my whole life, and the last, I would say, like in 2001 and 2000, I mean, 2021 and 2022, like the last 2 years, I really like worked hard at this job and I made good money. And I really like destroyed my body working hard and doing all this bullshit work. And this year I kind of like took a break because my body was like feeling like, what the hell are you doing? So like I overdid it the last 2 years, and then I said, you know what, this year I'm gonna take it easy. I got a good bit of money, and I'm gonna treat myself, and to hell with everyone. Fuck 'em. I'm gonna treat myself. I don't give a shit. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I agree, Age of Aquarius. Yeah, exactly. I like I said, like I'll always pay my bills. I have, everything. I don't owe nobody nothing. That's what I said to my sister today. I said, look, I don't owe anybody a dime. You know, if anything, people owe me. So I don't owe anybody anything. My bills are paid. I haven't traveled in almost 4 years, and I don't want to travel right now. But if I do like feel like it, I will. I'll go. But if not, I don't really care. This year has been very difficult for me to do anything because I've been helping my sister with her divorce, helping my nephews because they have no dad. He's an idiot. So this year is very difficult. Like I had to help my parents. They were like all messed up. I had to drive my mom and dad around because their car got smashed in an accident back in February. So they didn't get a new car until like 2, 3 months later. Like I've been through a lot this year, helping everybody else and you know just doing everything. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I don't fucking care. I've done too much for everybody this damn year. What about me? You know? Yeah, exactly. But I don't live amongst my means. I never have. I never will. I'm not that type of person that live amongst my means and like live paycheck to paycheck and shit like that. That's not me. But like I said, the last 2 years I made good money. I worked 24/7 the past 2 years. I come on here and I make money as well. So like I'm good. I'm finally like on top of my game, and I had to work hard though. I had to really bust my ass the past couple years, and it's this year it prepared the last 2 years prepared me to allow me to help everybody without working a lot. It was meant to be. Like, cause I was wondering what God was putting me through. I was like, man, I ain't stopped yet, man. I'm constantly busy. I wasn't on here that much. And like this year I've been on here a lot more because, I wasn't as busy. But I had to deal with my parents, my sister, my nephews, dealing with myself, my dog. Just everything came at once, you know? So when I was young, my parents didn't have no money to like put different clothes on my back every day and give me a, you know, 10 pairs of sneakers. Yeah, right. We had one pair of sneakers and dress shoes to go to church, and we had shitty ass shoes that we had to polish every week from school. Like my parents didn't have no money like that. They put us through private school, but they were always broke because they wanted us to have a good education. My dad worked 3 jobs every day for years, and my mom was a housewife, but she had 4 kids, so she had to, and she worked at night. So my parents bust their ass, and now they're living off their pension, which is like they're barely dealing with that. Like it's enough for them to pay their insurance and live, but that's about it. And I've helped them a lot, do all the shit around the house for free, help them as much as I can. I bring groceries to the house. I cook food for them sometimes. They're getting up there in age. So like this year has been a year where I haven't worked as much as I wanted to, but like it's so weird because like I feel like I was always provided for, and I feel like I worked so hard the last 2 years that I can sit back and like not have to work so hard and help my family. You know what I mean? It's like God put me in a position to make all that money and work hard and you know have enough. So whereas this year he prepared me to help everybody instead of work hard all day and all year. So it's crazy how life is and how the world and how God works and how he puts us in these positions. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, my body's suffering for it. My body's suffering for it, for working so hard the past 2 years. I've had a lot of hard work, and then my body's deteriorating, my back hurts. One day it's this, one day it's that. But it happened for a reason, so I can help my family. But it all worked out. It all works out. I'm just, happy that I'm stable and healthy to help my family. You know, that's why this year was like a eye opener for me. It was like God was like, "Look, you're good. I provided you with work, with money, with your health. So now you got to help your mom, your dad, your sister, and your nephews. If you do that, and then when they're all settled in, I'll give you what you need." Honestly, that's how like this year's been. It's been like I can't even explain how spirit works and how God works sometimes. Like it's crazy. Like yeah, and I believe that every day. Yeah, I'm tired. Like I'm exhausted. I've done too much, and I don't know, just everything got put into place. It's nice to have like everything just pan out the way it's supposed to. If somebody told me, "Hey, look, you're gonna this year you're not gonna really work that much, but you're gonna have enough. You're gonna be provided for. You're gonna have everything you need. All you gotta do is help your family." And I know, like, I'm gonna get it back tenfold. I know that for sure. And I don't even look for it; it just happens. And that's why, like, I always, give thanks for my life and my health, and I always try to do the right thing. As you get older, you gotta like make sure you do everything you need to do. If not, it's not gonna be good for you. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta get my shit together. And if you do it too late, then it ain't gonna work out. So it's definitely been a process this year, up and down and all around. But I'm just glad that everything worked out. My family's okay, my mom and dad's okay. His sister's a lot better now, but it's been a long, frustrating year, and I'm just glad like my nephews are okay. I watched them grow up the past couple of years, watching them all grow up and be, uh, some are adults and some are the all of them in their teenage years. And, you know, I like to help my family and my nephews and my friends. And I felt like the more I went out of my way to help everybody, the more God made sure I was, provided for and made sure I was healthy enough to deal with everything I needed to deal with without even like begging him to help me. All I had to do was just, be a good person and do the right thing. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Like I can look back on the last 2 years and 3 years and I can be like, this all happened for a reason. It was all preparing me for today. And I said this story, and I don't know if you guys ever heard me say it, but 4 years ago, um, in September this year, made 4 years I've been on here. So I was here a couple months before COVID. So I started in September 2019, right? So COVID came in 2020, right? In like March. So I was already on here in September, started my channel. I didn't want to. I didn't want nothing to do with this stuff. Like, I don't want to be in the public eye. I didn't want to start my own channel. All my friends are like, please, Mark, just come on here. Just limit yourself, to whatever you do. You're needed. You have to come on here. It's meant for you. And I got encouraged and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So come March, the following, come March 2020, COVID hits. So I couldn't work at people's houses and do my job, right? Because we were on lockdown. So I came on here and made money and made a living throughout that year of 2020 until now. But look how I was put in the position before the disaster happened. And God like always puts me in the right place at the right time. It's absolutely amazing. It's crazy, but it's real. And like if you analyze like things like that, you know that it's real. You know that it's like things are fake. It's meant to be. It's like I feel like I always get put in a position before some bullshit happens. So I would have never thought my sister and my brother-in-law were gonna get a divorce. So the last 2 years, I was working hard, and then my sister gets start this year she gets a divorce, and she has been separated, and all this bullshit happened. Then my parents have a car accident. So like God was preparing me. He put me to work. He made sure I had enough money, enough work. He stabilized me so I can take care of everybody else the following year. And he continues to do that for me. And he continues to do that for everyone, not just me. But like this is why I try and tell people. That's why my faith in God is 100%. It never was that much, but it is that way. And I always tell my story, and I know a lot of people have that. But see, they don't thank God. They just think it's just, oh yeah, well, I just got lucky. No, God plans all that shit for you, man. He makes sure that he puts you and makes a plan for you and puts you in the right place at the right time. And that's exactly what happened to me. Because I didn't want to do none of this stuff in public. But poof, he put me there. And he said, look, I'm gonna make sure Mark's provided for. He's a good man. He ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody. He has faith in me. I'm gonna enhance his spiritual gift. He's gonna do it. He's gonna be successful. He's gonna make everybody happy. He's gonna make himself happy, and then he can take care of his family. And that's all God really wants, It's for everybody to help everybody and be happy. You see what I mean? So like the last couple years has opened my heart and my mind to what the hell just happened. Like he's preparing me for my next step. You see? So this year I had to help my family. They needed me a lot. So now the year is ending. My sister's finally got a good job, a great job. She's back to normal now. The boys are doing great. My mom and dad's better. They got their new car. And any day now, I'm going to get rewarded more and more for what I've done for my family by God. And then next year comes, it's a new thing. Something else will happen. You see what I mean? I'm looking forward to the next blessing. I don't expect it, but I know it's going to happen. And that's how you got to live, you know? Yeah, I don't really think about luck too much anymore, Age of Aquarius. I thought I was lucky, but it's not, because luck is like some next type of shit. But it definitely happened for a reason, and that's why like I'm explaining it, because I know it happened for a reason. Like God put me in these positions to make sure. And that's why like someone asked me not too long ago that do I think that our lives are all planned out? I believe it to a certain point, but we have free will. See, God gave us free will to do what we want. So how can it be planned out? Right? I just think that he probably plans, you know, things as he goes, and says, okay, well, he has free will. He can do this and do that. But his mind's right. So he knows what he has to do. So if he knows what he's got to do, he's going to do it. And then we'll test him out to see if he's going to be an idiot or he's going to actually help his family. I have free will. I could tell my family, fuck you, I ain't got no time for your bullshit. But I didn't, you know? My dog's snoring again. Don't mind her. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, and I don't look for, like, you know, a trophy or a medal or like some fucking award or something like that. I never look for those things because I know that I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to be doing. It's hard sometimes, because like when times are tough, like you kind of like pull back and say, when is gonna be my turn? Like when am I gonna stop like doing this shit for everybody? When is it gonna be for me? But then I say to myself, you know what, Mark? Listen, you're healthy, bro. You're not in the hospital. You're good. You got food, you got water, you got money, you got a business, you got friends, you got family, you got a home to sleep, a bed to sleep in. What more do you want? You just ordered some more shit online. You're good. You know what I mean? So like I can't complain. I can, but I don't want to complain because there's no sense. Because I have what a lot of people don't have. And I have, and I don't have what I really, really want, but I have what I need. See what I'm saying? I wish I had kids. I wish I was married. I wish I had my own house, and I wish I was, I had $1 million in my bank account. But those are all wishes and wants. But you don't need that shit. You don't really need that. Nah, I don't really brag about anything because there's nothing to brag about because it was all, put in front of me with free will to do whatever I want. But like I just I'm happy that I can help everyone in need. That's all. That makes me happy. If I can make somebody happy, it makes me happy. Like for instance, when I do a reading for somebody on here in a mediumship form, and that person says, I feel so much better now that I know, my past loved ones are with me or, whatever, like that makes me happier than people really realize. Because I'm not about like fame, popularity, money. I'm not about that. I'm just about like doing what I have to do. Like, I just want to help people and make everybody feel like they can believe somebody and trust somebody. That's all my goal is. I want to be trusted. I want a good reputation. And I just want to be known as someone that you can count on and, have as, someone who can really do something for you and be there for you. That's it. That's all I want at the end of the day. I want to be somebody who has a good reputation for trust and honesty and a good person. I don't want people to say, yeah, you're a fake ass mofo and you're a piece of shit, you're a liar. I don't want to be known as that. Hell no. I wouldn't sleep at night. I can't do that to people. I have a conscience. See? I can't do that shit. But I don't let nobody take advantage of me. Hell no. Oh yeah. I don't like that too much. I mean, I talk about myself on here to a certain extent, but I talk about myself as an example. I always tell everybody, look, this happened to me and it can happen to you. Or if I can do it, you can do it. Like I'm not better than anybody else. And you're not better than me. We're all equal. But obviously people do things better and have better and say and do well, whatever they do, they have a talent. And I don't care if you do something better than me. I'll say, hey, look, congratulations, good for you. If something good happens for you, I'm not jealous. I don't really care. you know? Yeah, exactly. Actions always, overcome everything. If you guys want a message, I'm using this deck today. It's called the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. So if you guys want a message, just let me know. I'll give you one. I knew Ninja had her hands on the keyboard. It was already typed in. See how fast she was? That's why I call her the ninja. She had that thing on standby. She already had it typed in. And as soon as she heard me say message, boom, I didn't even get it out. See, look, bang. That's why her nickname's Ninja. She's a ninja. Comes out of nowhere. Bam. All right, I'll give you guys a message. All right, Ninja. Okay, and we just finished talking about this. And it appears. All right, let me read what it says here. Things I gotta do. All right, your card is making a choice. Making a choice. And this is number 30. And it says you're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you need it not to be afraid. You may not have all the right answers right now, but because the way ahead can't be known until you embarked and traveled a few steps, trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and they will lead you on the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously and guided by intuition and spirit. So this is pretty much telling you the choice you have to make. It's coming. You're gonna have to make a choice, and it's gonna be the right one. And spirit's gonna give you the symbol and the sign and say, "Hey, look, right here, right now. This is it. And they're gonna push you. And you're gonna be like, oh shit. Okay, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, okay. I got you. I got you. You're welcome. Okay, Milk Tea, you're next. Okay. 32. All right. Ninjas was 30. Now yours is number 32. All right, let's see what this says. All right, I found it. All right, your card is Magic Prayer, but it came out reversed. So let's see what it means in reversed. It says, speak your prayers, listen for the answers, and have faith. Self-will that goes unchecked can bring difficulties. The reverse magic prayer card is a sign that you mistakenly believe that your way is the only way. Could the path you're on be leading you to a place of regret, or could you be pursuing something that isn't just good for you? If so, you may be facing a painful lesson and a lonely one, perhaps. Is the time to pray and meditate on your highest good as the highest good of all. Spirit may have other plans for you. Be assured that they will be better than any you could ever dream of. So if you feel stuck right now, or you feel like you're not gonna get anything out of the situation you're in, Spirit's gonna make sure that doesn't happen. And they're gonna make sure you get the better deal than what you're getting now. Be assured that they will be better than you can ever imagine. Spirit has other plans for you. So that's good. So that's pretty much saying whatever you're doing might not be the right thing, or things might not be going in the right way in a certain situation, but Spirit will make it happen. Don't think too much. Let them do the thinking. See what you just said earlier? You said that you said, wish I can find opportunities that pay well too, but I don't have that, so I won't have to work so hard. See? You just preached it out there and Spirit answered your question. You wished for it and you might just get it. See? You gotta let them get you that dream. I pay attention, you know. All right, Age of Aquarius, you are next. Yes, they are. They can't let us know everything, you know? And that's what I just explained. Like, I would have never known that things were going to happen the way they were going to happen. It just happened. And it would end up working out perfectly fine. Yeah, of course. I pay attention to the chat, that's for sure. I read everybody's thing. I don't, neglect anybody. So I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. So I make sure like I read everything and see what people say. Make sure like I pay attention. That's why I had to scroll up and check. All right. Age of Aquarius, you got encouragement, number 54. It's actually the last card in this deck. Holy shit. And it came out reversed. So this is a card. It's two giraffes. And it came out reversed. So let's see what it says. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You're falling into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well. And you can always start again, take another road, and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows what you need. Something better waits around the corner. And that almost sounds like the same exact card, but just different. So that's also telling you, Age of Aquarius, that even if things aren't going the way you want it to, what you need is coming, and what you want is coming. Spirit has a plan, and people in spirit, I believe you got a mediumship reading with me today, and that pretty much explains it in an oracle card. That don't worry, they know what you need, they know what you want, they're gonna deal with it. Because I'm aiming to go after an opportunity, and then you gave me the prayer card in reverse. Yeah. Well, if you're aiming for an opportunity, they're going to give you that opportunity. It's going to be better than any opportunity you've ever had. So don't believe your prayers aren't coming true. See, even if it comes out reversed, it doesn't mean it's bad. Like, it's just telling you that you might be reversed, and you're going to be upright soon, and you're going to get what you want. And these two last messages are pretty much saying, I mean, these messages, all three of them just now, are spirit. The last sentences are spirit guaranteeing you that they're gonna help you. You just gotta believe that. You're welcome. No problem. And that's the thing, like, we have to keep believing. That's why I tell the stories that I go through, because if I don't believe, I'm not going to receive. And if you don't believe, then it's going to be a long time until you receive anything. And what you're going to receive is half-ass shit for your half-ass prayer and your half-ass thoughts and everything else. All right, I'm going to give myself a card. How about that? I haven't given myself a message today. I'll give myself a message. This is about. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. All right. My card is number 24, and it says stuck in the mud, but it's reversed. Let me see what it says. When this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your abstinent desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't the right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and go nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You'll know when it's time to embark upon. Isn't that true? I honestly feel like I can't do anything because I'm always helping everybody. And I want to go away. And that's like, I want to go away on vacation. And it says, you'll know when the time is to embark upon. Yeah, damn right I will. Hey, Rainwater, how you doing? Ain't that true? I will know when it's time to embark and bye. When it's time for me to go, I'm gonna go. Hell yeah, I need a vacation. Rainwater, would you like a oracle message? I've gotten that card before. I think I've gotten that card before. Where would I go? Well, I usually go to Boston and see my friends and go watch my teams play. So I want to go to Boston for like a couple days and just, relax, go watch some games, do a little bit of shopping, and just get away for like 4 or 5 days, just to go away by myself and just like relax and go visit my friends and people and just go do some things that I need to do, you know. That's pretty much what I want to do. That's a little quick trip. And then next year I want to go to Portugal and see my family and go out there for about a week or so, and then possibly go to California next year as well. I have a few things. Well, they got to keep you on your toes. You know what I mean, Milk Tea? They got to keep you on your toes, and man, Spirit's always, making sure that the messages come to you like that because they want to reassure you that you're in the right place, you're in the right time, and it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. But they gotta keep you they gotta keep the mystery going. Okay, Rainwater, your card is number 35 and it says education. Let's see what it says. I can get the actual thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, Milk Tea, it's good seeing you always. Take care, and I'm glad all is good. You're welcome, and thank you too. Um, Rainwater, this is your card. It says education. And this says, life is filled with lessons. Be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction you take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school and ask a person that might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study that you can do more clearly and understand what you need the next action to be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your um, preconceived notions, be a student, and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all: I don't know yet. So there you go. You're going to be learning things. Okay, cool. Thanks. That was your message. I hope you heard that. Uh, so that's your card, education. So you're gonna They want you to be teachable. They want you to learn whatever you need to learn, understand what you need to understand, and do what you have to do. If someone's trying to teach you things, learn. If you are going back to school or you're still learning or you're like you have a job where you're learning, keep learning. Be teachable. Allow yourself to be taught and get knowledge. The more you learn, the more you earn. Okay, that's Marky's motto. The more you learn, the more you earn. Okay, your question is, will my brother be successful in publishing his book that he's working on now? Oh, cool. He's writing a book. I've always wanted to write a book. It'd be too damn long, though. All right. Okay, Ninja. You're welcome. Thank you too. I appreciate you. Take care. Okay. All right. From now until next year, I would say your brother needs to really concentrate and apply all his effort into this book. The book is a good idea. He's learning from it. He's going to bear news from this book. But I also feel like he's uncertain. And I also feel like he feels kind of like, if this doesn't happen, I'm fucked. If this doesn't happen, then this is going to be like the biggest misfortune of my life. I might lose friends. I might lose my hope, my desires. I might lose everything. So right now, I feel like he's living in fantasy world. Like he's like, if this happens, I'll be happy, and if it doesn't happen, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. And I feel like he's a person who wants to be impressive, but he needs more substance. He needs to like have more oomph and more confidence that his book is going to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably daydreams and says, is this gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? I think he has a lot of wishful thinking. His head's in the clouds, and it's like, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Um, I feel like this book gives him anxiety. He's very impatient. He wants to um, put the actions towards the book and make it successful. Um, I also feel like maybe he has to pay out a good bit of money to get it published, and that might be bothering him as well. Like, is he gonna, get the money back? Is he gonna lose it? I think he questions himself too much and doubts himself maybe. Too like not too much, but I would say he doubts himself. But I feel like it's a good book, and it will eventually, um, be something. But he has to make sure it happens. He can't just be like, oh yeah, I got a book, and everybody's gonna buy it. You got to make it. You got to entice people to do it, to buy it. Like he has to do a little. He has to do his part. Let me just double check something here. Yeah. The book will be successful at some point, right? The thing I see here is he's gonna have success with the book eventually. But the only thing I see here is, if there's a woman around him that he's dealing with the book, then she's going to like have disputes with him. She's gonna tell him, look, you can't do it this way, you gotta do it that way. And he might be arguing back and forth with this woman and being like, yo, listen to me. I know what I'm doing. It has to be this way. If it isn't this way, then it isn't gonna work. And I feel like they might have a little disunion and a little, one of them might be conceited and like makes the other person aggravated. But he's gonna come out on top. He's gonna be like, look, I don't give a shit what this woman says. I'm gonna do shit my way, and my way is gonna be the best way. So if he has a girlfriend or a wife, this woman might be aggravating him, and she probably like doubts him a bit and says, you look, don't make any mistakes because this could be our livelihood here. And he's like, look, I know this is a wise investment. I know this is going to be the best thing in the world. I know it's going to happen, but you fucking doubt me, And I can see like he argues with a woman, and the woman's like, I don't think this is going to happen. And he's like, look, bitch, leave it to me, damn it. But he loves the woman so much, but she might not have like a lot of confidence in him like that. Like she might think he's wasting his time, but he isn't. Spirit's right. I just relate the message. But when he succeeds, this woman's gonna be like, I love you so much. I never doubted you. And he's gonna be like, yes, you did. You fucking argued with me. You doubted me. You think that my shit wasn't gonna work, didn't you? And then she's gonna be like, oh, I love you so much. Yeah, he does. And he should. But I think his doubt is inflicted by other people or by this woman. So, like I said, this woman might be like either his wife or his girlfriend or his mom or the publisher, the woman that he has to go through. But a woman is aggravating his ass. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I try to be. Hey, I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind, and I know how it is. See, I know that these things are happening, like, and it's sometimes it's serious, and sometimes it's funny because you gotta laugh sometimes and say, I know how people are. Like, I know when people look, I've been doubted my whole life. I'm still getting doubted on by my own family. It's annoying, you know. Oh, hey, Alexandra. You're trying to send money, but I don't know if it's flagged, but I'll try to figure this out. What you should do is like what I find out with like PayPal, it's annoying. You probably have to log out and then log back in. Like just like sometimes like it gets stuck like on your phone or wherever you're doing it from. You have to log out and then log back in, and then it'll reset it. I tell people to do that all the time. It usually works. If you're doing it on your phone, you might have to reboot your phone. If you're doing it on a computer, you might have to reboot the computer or just log out and log back in. It usually works. It happened to me the other day too. It happened to me tonight when I went to go pay for these hats that I got. It was like cannot do, and I just rebooted it and then boom, did it. PayPal can be annoying. I wish I had other forms of payments, but unfortunately I can't because I'm not in the United States. They always argue, yeah. I think you're a bit delayed. That's what it is, yeah. Yeah, I can tell. I got the lover's card there, and I think that his love for her doesn't get in the way, and his love, her love for him doesn't get in the way. I think they, they, I just think that she's like, yeah, see, I got spirit in my ear. I don't even need cards sometimes, to be honest. Like lately, spirit just like shouts in my ear and just says, look, no, 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 no. No, I don't know. But you can go ahead and ask me, Alexandra, you're good, and just catch me next time. It's fine. If you really need me to answer something, then I'll answer it for you. We're good. I got you. I'm not gonna do you like that. Come on now. I don't have. I wish I had Cash App, but I'm not a. In Bermuda, we can't have Cash App or Vimeo or none of that shit. The only thing I have is PayPal, and that's it. Bermuda was supposed to get Cash App this year, but it flopped. They never got it. Now I'm so pissed because I can have another form of payment. Like a lot of people are protesting it, but see the people who earn Cash App, they don't really want to deal with Bermuda like that. So, and even PayPal, I can't attach it to my bank account because I'm in Bermuda. They don't do Bermuda bank accounts. So I use my PayPal money that I make on here to buy things. That's it. So today I bought $100 worth of hats. So when I come on here, I can look nice for you. I think it's starting to rain again. I think I heard some rain just now. Thanks, Rainwater. I'm glad that I confirmed that for you. You know, nah, that's cool. I'm good. I don't. If I'm offering it to you, Alexandra, it's because I trust you and I know you're good. I know that you always give me extra anyway. Like you always give me extra anyway. So I remember that. I don't like. I'll have your back always. You sent somebody to me the other day. The least I can do for you is answer. That's not a problem. Like I don't mind. That's the least I can do for you. You always hook me up, so I'll hook you up as well. I got you. I know it happens sometimes, and if I know you, the person, and I know you're good, it's all good. It's all good. Nah, it's all good. I got your back. So you said, I'm just curious if I'm going to get this job I applied for with the school. Okay, cool. Let me check. Yeah, they had a big sale on the website I get my hats from, and I got 5 hats for $100. They had a huge sale. So I was like, oh, I got to use some of my money I make on PayPal, so I might as well use it. Fuck it, you know? All right. Let me see what we got for you. Yeah, I don't wear hats during the day. I hardly ever wear hats during the day. I actually I wear hats when I go out, but if I'm home and I'm working, I'll never wear like good hats and stuff. I have like my shitty work hats, but the reason I wear hats is because it's hot here in the sun, and I always wear a hat because I sweat a lot. So I'm always wearing a hat like for protection, from the sun and stuff like that. But when I come on here, I wear my good hats. These things don't have no sweat on them. Hell no. I don't even wear them outside. I wear them in here so I can, I like to look different every time I come on here. I don't like to wear the same shit all the time. I'm not that type of person. I used to be like that, but now I can, like I said earlier, I treated myself to different things, and I like my hats. I like collecting them, and I want to look nice. Yeah, exactly. Why not? You know. So yeah, I'm not bald. I have hair. I just like to wear my my hats. Okay. But yeah, I don't wear hats all the time, though, but I like to. Okay, Alexandra, you said you're just curious if you're gonna get this job you applied for with the school. All right, I do feel that you're a candidate for this job. They're gonna consider you for this job, and I feel like you have a 90% chance of getting it. The only thing I see here is it may be difficult. It might be a difficult job, and there's somebody that might, like, I feel like there's somebody that might talk shit about you, that knows you, and be like, "Oh, do you know Alexandra? Oh yeah, yeah. She works at such a place. Blah blah blah. I don't really know her, but just check her out before you give her the job. You know." So they be like, "Oh well, her. She's this and that, and blah blah blah." So they might be hating on you because you're gonna get this job or you're a candidate for the job. But I feel like if you've had an interview for this job, right, or if you applied for it. So if you go for an interview, right? If you go for an interview, the person that interviews you is going to be like, you're the perfect person for this job. You know, um, okay, well that makes sense. You graduated from there, so they know you. Another thing is you're the perfect woman for the job. Like they want a woman, they want a person who's honest, a person who knows the school, a person who if you were good in school, like you had like honors or whatever like that, obviously you graduated from there. So there's gonna be people there that you might know, right? There's people there that you know, right? You made terrible grades, but at least you graduated. That's all that matters. All right. So she's like, no, I didn't. That's like me. I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of school. I couldn't take it anymore. Hey, well, at least you graduated. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't think like your past is going to be a problem. I just think like that there's somebody there that knows you, or somebody like might badmouth you, but I don't think it's going to affect you getting the job, to be honest. Like they want somebody devoted, they want somebody that's honest, they want somebody that, like, if you're the type of person who has ideas about the job, then say it. Like, so for instance, if you're in an interview and they say, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And if you give them like a good idea or you give them a good vision, then they're gonna be like, you know what, Alexandra? I think you're gonna be perfect for this job, because you just gave me an idea, or I like your idea, I like what you're thinking. Okay, well that's even better. See, so I knew it was something that there's a connection there that will get you in. Like that's got you already got one foot in, probably because of that. See, now that makes sense because you said your 14-year-old goes there. Because I saw a connection to the place. You said you graduated there, so I said, well, she must have good grades. Or maybe your 14-year-old does. I don't know. But that's a plus that he's there. So from now until the end of the year, I asked if you are possibly going to get the job, and it's given me a 90% chance that you're going to get it. But like I said, there's somebody there that's talking shit. So there might be like a person there that doesn't like you, or a person that doubts you. Even if they don't like you, even if they like you, it doesn't matter, or doesn't like you. Like they kind of doubt that you're able to deal with the difficulties. Like, they're probably think it's too much for you. But somebody else can be like, no, no, she's the perfect one for the job. She can have it. We'll give it to her. We'll test her out. Like I think they're gonna offer you like the job, but like I don't know. It's like it's weird because I'm getting that it's possible. Like he's going to the special campus where he's taking college classes, where he's gonna graduate with associates. I'm gonna brag about my baby. I don't know who that could be. I'm not worried about that bitch. But like that's the thing. Like I feel like there's other people that are applying for the job as well, but they're gonna siphon through it and they're gonna like test you. So if you get called in for an interview, be prepared because they're gonna make it seem like it's too much for you, or you might not be, you know, you might not be able to handle it, or can you handle what they give you? So you might be like, this is light work. I can handle this shit. So like make sure like when you go for the interview or whatever, that they don't like make it seem like, that you can't do it. I feel like you're gonna get offered. Like if I don't know, is there a male principal there? Like who is the head person? Is it a man? Yeah, exactly. Like don't say, oh well, I can't do that. You're not sure? Okay. I feel like there's gonna be a man there, right? And he's gonna be like, look, I can give you this job, right? You're a candidate for it. I have other people as well, but being that your son is here, and you graduated here, um, that's a plus for me because you know the school or whatever, and like you're gonna have those pluses, but they're gonna try and make it seem like, you know, are you sure you want this job? Because it can be overwhelming, or it can be this, or it can be that. So if you like go in there with the confidence and convince them that the job is for you, then you'll get it. Because I got positive endings, but not like 100% leading up to it. You know what I'm saying? So there's still like there's other people involved. So you're not the only one that applied for the job, obviously. So it's between you and someone else, and they're gonna have to make a decision. And right now, that decision is not 100%, but I see that you're definitely in the runnings for the job. Yeah. So it's up to you to convince them. That's what I'm getting. So if you go there and like convince them that you're the person for the job, then you have a 90% chance of getting it. But you have to convince them. You got to make sure that they are not going to get convinced by anybody else. So you got to do your part. So you got to tell them why you're the right person for the job, why they should hire you, and this. It's got to be something about visions that you have. So what I would say is, whatever job it is, make sure like you write down things and say, look, when they say this, I say that. Yeah, like be prepared. Like, yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Exactly. See that? There you go. So that's why they'll probably pick you because you actually look like you care about the position and looks like, and plus you got pluses there. Your son's there, you graduated from there. So that's why I see like a 90% chance of you getting it. But remember, there's going to be like these obstacles from people. Like there's going to be, I'll give you an example. My sister got the job of her dreams. But there was one asshole, a boss. He said, I don't want her. I want this other chick. And it was 2 against 1. There was 3 bosses. 2 chose my sister, and the other one chose the other woman. And he was pissed that my sister was going to get the job because he wanted the other woman to come. But those guys are like, no, no, we know her. And plus, she's got more experience than this girl that you know. So it was 2 against 1. So I feel like that might happen with you too, where somebody's going to be like, well, look, she has pluses here. She has a son that goes to the school. She used to go to this school. She seems like she knows her shit. And the other person is going to be like, oh, well, I don't think so. You know, she might not have the experience we need, or she's going to be a flop. I know somebody else, blah, 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 blah. So it's going to be something like that. Because I do get like an idiot here that's going to say something and then will try and like get you not get the job. But that's normal. Like, you're never going to like please everyone. You have to prove actions will speak for itself. But I would say be prepared. Be prepared for like, whatever they hit you with. Like just look confident, look sexy, make sure you smell good. And you'll be fine. You'll be good. You'll be good. You're welcome, sweetheart. Good luck. And I really hope you get it. It looks good. The cards don't tell me nothing bad. It just tells me there's a bad person that might convince the other person to choose someone else and not you. And then they're going to like, pan it out and see who's the better choice. But if you do your part, there's more of a chance that you'll get it. Because the first 3 cards I got were all good. And it was you in the middle there. Like they trust you more than the other person. But they're not sure if you can handle the difficulties and the hours and the job. Because if you've never done the job before, then they're going to question you big time. So if you don't have any experience in that field that you're going to do, then they might talk some shit, or they might say, look, blah, blah, blah. The regular shit. But that's life. People are going to test you to see if you're good enough. Yeah, of course I can answer it for you. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. It's all good. You're getting a new job, so you can afford it. You'll be all right. All right, you said. He said, and I call my bank to figure this crap. Can you? Okay. Nah, you know me. I always give back to people. I don't mind. I know. Let me tell you, I know how it is. It's all good. Now, if I didn't know you and you just came here like yesterday, I'll be like, hell no, I can't trust you like that. But you've been in here for a long time. It's all good. If I didn't know you, then I'll be like, no, no. So what's your next question then? So with that one bad guy, you say he's backing off. Oh, the bad guy. Okay, yeah. He said he's backing off the other day. Will he stay backed off, or is he gonna come around? Remember, I told you last time, right, that he might not contact you at all this month. That he's like, like I can look farther, like to the end of the year to see if he'll contact you. But last time I read for you, I think I said like he wasn't gonna contact you this month because he's busy or he just doesn't feel like doing it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember saying that. Yeah. All right, let me check. Let me check. Yeah, I mean I think he will. Yeah. He'll he'll talk to you again. From now to the end of the year, I see him calling you. What it is like I said before. He is going through I believe I told you this before, where he's his marriage, like the person he was married to or was involved with. I can't remember if he said he was married or not. But if he was married and he got a divorce, right? That's still affecting him. It's still like there's still like a regret there. He's trying to be friends. He's trying to make things right. And like she's probably like, fuck this type of shit, right? Oh, he's single, right? Yeah, but I believe he is, right? I believe he is single, but what I'm saying is like the person from his past is still, annoying him and he's still like trying to get over it. But the good news is he will contact you. He will make the effort to talk to you. And like I said, he wants like a possibility and like a possible relationship, whether that's with you or not. He does want that, but he has to get over his regrets and his love he had for the last person. He has to get over that it wasn't real. It was just bullshit. So like he knows that was his flaw, that was his incompletion, that he thought that person was gonna be the right person and it wasn't. So he's like, he probably has a few drinks and he's probably like, you know what? I have options. I got so and so, I got Alexandra, and I got this other girl, but I don't know who is the best option. But I'm gonna find out who my new possibility is, who my new relationship is. I'm gonna test these women, see what I have, and I'm gonna make my decision. So I feel like he still is trying to get over his past relationship or his past marriage or his past whatever it was. And like he might like be feeling like sorry for himself and shit like that. But to answer your question, yes, I do see him coming around again by the end of the year. I believe I did say last time that he's probably going to call you on the holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas or some shit like that. He's going to ask how you're doing or whatever. But right now, he feels ineffective. He feels like indecisive and he doesn't know what to do. Like, he's probably like, you know what? I don't know if I can like give Alexandra the time of day. You know, I don't know if I can deal with her right now because I'm not secure. I can't do anything for this woman. What the fuck am I gonna do for her? I'm here in the band. I'm busy. I'm still trying to get over this last chick I was with. I don't want to lead her on. I don't want her to be like, whatever. But guys do that shit, and so do women. You know, nah, I don't. Like I said, I don't see like anything wrong with you. I just think that it's him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just thinks that with you, he just thinks that he can't make you happy right now because of what he's going through. And he also thinks He also thinks that people on the outside looking in would be like, yo, like I think people bother him, like what they say. Like they'll be like, oh, you moved on already? You're with this girl? Who's this? Oh, this is Alexandra. I met her. She's cool. I want to be with her. Whatever. I want to date her. Oh, but you just said that you wasn't over your last chick. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like that type of vibe. Like he has like problems with the outside world looking in. Like he's one of those people that lets that shit bother him. You know what I mean? But he also feels like he doesn't want you to like put in the effort and he's not ready. But I do feel like he's gonna contact you, but he's going through like that phase where it's like I really need to get over this shit first, and then I'll move on. And another thing is you gotta realize, Alexandra, is reality. Is if you're not speaking to him and he's not speaking to you and you're not in each other's physical energy, there's no real physical, real answer. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm looking into it and I know we're checking it. But when there's more energy involved where you see the person and you're like talking to the person at least, it becomes more clear. So I would say from now to the end of the year, there's gonna be a window of opportunity where he's gonna say something, he's gonna say, hey, what's up, whatever, and then the contact starts. And then he might even mention the things that I just said. Like, hey, I've been going through some bullshit. I hope you don't think I'm fucked up. But I've been going through some shit with this person, blah blah blah, and tell you or whatever. You know, sometimes we're ready, but the person that we're dealing with isn't. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but it's what I see. Hey Ariana, I got your donation. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, all is well. Hope you're doing good. I hope I said your name right. Ariana. I like that name. It's nice. But yeah, Alexandra, yeah, that's pretty much like what I get. Like I don't think it's you. I don't think it's he has anything against you or anything. He just not ready. And a lot of guys are like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like that too. Like if I can't give a woman 100%, then why am I gonna talk to her and get her hopes up for nothing? I need to be in my security and my best version of me, so I can give that best version to you. And a lot of guys, like when they're around somebody, like when they're around a woman that's a 10 or 8, 9, 10, they need to put in the work. They got to make sure they're on their A game. I'm just saying. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You probably intimidate the guy, like, you want to be, flaunting your sexy ass everywhere, and then he's gonna be like, damn, I don't know if I can handle this shit. I don't know if I can handle her like that. Yeah, it's all good, sweetheart. Whenever you're ready, it's cool. All right, I'll stop. I said it correct? Yeah, good. Okay, well, you can go ahead and ask your questions when you're ready, sweetheart. All right, Alexandra, no problem. Just take your time, whatever, it's all good. You'll be fine. Just pray and just stay confident. All right, let me see here. 1 second. Okay. All right. All right. Got more man problems for you. Okay. Now I'm not surprised. Men are problems, you know. If they were all like me, they'd be all right. Okay. He's a Libra, but that means he's stubborn. He's annoying. Sometimes you have to push him a little bit. Come on, let's go, sweetheart. You know, or he might be like, you know, work, 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 and you know, ain't no time for you. You're the Scorpio, so you must be like, you want me to sting you or what? Come on, get with the program, damn it. Air and water are a pain in the ass. Libra men are a pain in the ass. I knew that for a fact. I know Scorpio women, they're like, who you talking to? You talking to me? Let me slap your ass? Yeah, yep. They like to stay quiet and bundle it all in. They don't like to like say too much. They have to get super angry to say what they feel. And even then, like it's worse because when they go off it, like they stay quiet after that. Or they'll like, you know, constantly think that they're always right. That's a bad trait about air sign men and Libra men. They're always right. You can't tell them nothing. So did your birthday come up already? Because I know it's Scorpio season. Actually, it ends today, I believe. And yeah, Scorpio season. No, it doesn't end today. 2 more days, I think, or 3 more days. Oh, yours is on the 6th? Oh, cool. My nephew was on the 4th, and my best friend was on the 8th. Did he do anything nice for you on your birthday? Bet you didn't argue with you on that day. Like, I better be nice so I can get some coochie coo. All right, let me be serious. Okay, what I'm getting is that he's not really willing to make the necessary effort. He has an ego problem, and he might say things and not do it, and that's a problem. And he's like, he doesn't want to make, yeah, of course, you know, he ain't arguing that day. He knows what's gonna happen. He needs some, you know, he needs some sexual healing that day. You know, have to make sure. Um, I'm getting also with him because he shows up in the reading a lot. It's like it's this relationship depends on him, right? I feel like you're okay and you know what you want and you're not doing anything out of the norm. I feel like it's more him. But what I'm getting here is in the next couple months, it's gonna be better. Yes. I feel like it'll be better because of the holidays, because you guys will be together. And I feel like, you know, it's going to improve and it's going to get better over the next 2, 3 months. And the reason for that is because he's going to take more responsibility. He's going to be more self efficient, self reliant, self confident. I feel like, you know, if his job is good, he's good. If his job aggravates him, then he comes in with the aggravation and takes it out on you and himself. So I feel like his daily life might have an issue with how he sees you and how he deals with everyone. So if he has like a strenuous job or he has a job where he deals with people and he gets aggravated, that aggravation and that energy drags over to you and to everybody else. If that's the case, you know? Okay, yeah. Right. Well, there you go. So I think that he's gonna say to himself, you know what? I can't keep doing this shit because I'm gonna lose my woman. I'm gonna lose, the person I love and I care about. And I think that work's gonna get a little better for him, and he won't be that type of person. But see, he's the type. I feel like he's not willing to make the effort unless the effort's being shown to him. So like if he doesn't have to make too much effort necessarily, then he's gonna be okay. His ego will be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Now people are like leaving me alone. I feel better, so I can feel better. But he will never make that initiative to make it better. So when things get better, he gets better, but he won't make the initiative to make it better. He won't make a sacrifice. But it looks like he's in, like his job is his main thing. But as time goes on, like by the end of the year, things will develop and improve, and he'll look back on his past and say, you know what? Maybe I should make more effort. Maybe like it's like, I shouldn't do this to Ariana. Like, I'm fucked up. I shouldn't do this shit. Like, she's always, saying shit to me or whatever, or reminding me of this and that. I need to like, and also you need to account for your actions. So, all because he's that way, don't mean that you have to like be different to make his life better. Keep being you. Keep being the person you are, the person who he fell in love with, and the person that don't change for him and don't change at all. Just keep being you. Like account for your actions. Do what you have to do. Just like in your mind, just say, look, I know he's this way, but I love him, and I can't really change him. But hopefully he'll like be more self-efficient. So if you're the type of woman that does everything for him, try to minimize the things you do and let him wear the pants if that's the case. I'm saying it in a nice way. Okay? But I feel like it's going to get better, yes. Of course. You can thank Spirit. They put me on the right track. I just got to explain it properly. But I don't get nothing bad here, to be honest. I don't get nothing bad. Like your question was wondering if my relationship will get better or you'll separate. I don't get separation, but I do get it's going to get better. But you also have to allow him to be a man. I tell women all the time, look, you don't have to baby the guy. I know sometimes Libra men are babies and they want the woman to do everything. But they want the woman to like, wash their clothes, clean their shit, do this and do that. But let him be self-reliant. Let him be self-efficient. Let him do things. Let him like run shit for a little while so he can like, feel like he has responsibility, feel like he has balls. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like if he's very impatient and he has anxiety a lot because of money, that could be also why he acts like that. Like he might be because Libras like to work and they need money and their life revolves around money and work. Most of them do. So if he's the type of guy where like he's busting his ass and he's working and he feels like he's not getting ahead because he has to provide for you and the kids, then that's like kind of making him feel salty, you know? So let him do like let him try to be the man, or if he is the man, he is the man obviously, but like what I'm trying to say is like if he wants to buy something, let him buy it. If he wants to like be more of in control, let him be more in control. Like don't question him, don't doubt him, don't like run him down or make him feel like he's worthless or something like that. Because it takes two. So try to do your part so that way he doesn't say, this fucking woman's against me all the time, fuck man, like when am I gonna get some leeway here? So it could be that too. Like, from what I get in the cards, like I feel like you guys are a good family and you're good together. But I feel like he's very impatient. And if he doesn't have enough money, or he feels like he's not gonna have enough money, or maybe he's got, like, he works, he has money, he pays the bills, he takes care of you and the kids financially, and he doesn't have nothing extra for himself. I feel like that could frustrate him. It makes him feel impatient. It makes him have anxiety, like, fuck, I gotta make all this money just to, like, have a family and have a wife, and this is fucking bullshit. Like, he might complain to himself. He might even complain to you. Like, you think this is easy, woman? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, what the fuck? What do you do? Now he might be like pointing fingers at sometimes. That's why you might be arguing. Right. So if you if you're the one who is the breadwinner and you're bringing home the money and he's not, that can also be affecting him. Right. Yeah. See, a man, sometimes men, right, and women, but I feel in your case, what's going on there is his job is burdening him and making him feel a certain way. Like he's got attached energy from work and he brings it home. If he comes home and says, "I hate my job. I'm fucking sick and tired of these people acting up and then I do my shit. I'm always gotta do everything. I gotta save the fucking day." So when he comes home, he's like, "Fuck, look, now I'm gotta come home to this shit." So he might be like frustrated. It's a normal thing, like, to me. Like, that's, I know it's shouldn't be normal, but you got to do your part too. See, you're admitting that you're nagging, bitching, and you get blamed and shit like that. Sometimes you just gotta let them talk and just say, "Look, this is not really, you know, it's not really attacking me like in a personal way. I shouldn't take it personal." Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what he tells you. Yeah. Listen, with a Libra man, you ain't gonna win. And when you do win, he stays quiet. Look, my dad is a Libra, right? And I'm an Aquarius. We fight all the time. And he thinks he's always right. But the problem is I'm always right. And he can't stand that. He wants to be right one day and he's not. Sometimes he is. Sometimes he'll get me. But majority of the time, I tell him, "Look, Dad, that ain't gonna work." Or, "No, Dad, that ain't gonna happen." And he's a fucking pain in the ass. He's the biggest pain in the ass in my entire life. So I know, I feel your pain. And he's quick to start an argument or get you into an argument. And then he'll stay quiet. He won't say much, but my dad is a good person. Like, he provided for us, but he's a pain in the ass still. And at the end of the day, you got to tell yourself, Ariana, you got to tell yourself this: you could have somebody that comes home drunk, beats the shit out of you, treats your kids like shit, abuses you verbally, treats you like shit, no sex, home, work, fuck off, you're a piece of shit, bye, bitch, where's my food? But I'm sure your life isn't like that. So I would say, like, it will get better. It's gonna get better. Things will improve. And I think he's gonna have a reality check. Like, he's gonna get better because things will get better for him. I think work will get better for him and he'll feel a lot different. He'll feel like he'll probably hear somebody say something and it'll like trigger him to be, non responsive to arguing or shit like that. Or he'll really value you. Like, he'll come home one day. Somebody might tell him, look, my wife's a bitch. She cheated on me. She did this and did that. He'll be like, yeah, not my wife. She does everything for me and my kids. And she's a good woman and blah, blah, blah. And, he like sometimes people need to hear the outside world so they can realize what they have at home. You got me? So I feel all of that will happen from now to the end of the year. So I don't see separation and I don't see it getting worse. I see it getting better, but it really depends on him. You know what? He knows. He knows. Some people won't admit it. Like my dad, like I said, Libras, I'm experienced with Libra men. And he's not the only Libra man I know. But my dad, he'll never admit that I'm the guy, that I know my shit and I'm a good businessman, I'm a good son, I'm a good person. He'll never say that shit. But it doesn't mean that he knows that he doesn't know that. He fucking knows, but he won't say it. Like you said, there's no communication. He's never gonna say you're the best wife in the world. He probably said that maybe once or twice in your lifetime, right? But that doesn't mean that he doesn't. If some people won't emotionally or say it out of their mouth. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they don't love you. I know sometimes you want to hear it, but it's not always going to be like that. I know it's difficult. It's really fucked up. But my dad never tells me he loves me and all that shit. Hell no. He shows no emotion. Minimum communication unless it benefits him. But I know deep down inside, he loves me and he respects me and he knows who I am. But it's just the way it is, man. You can't. Not everybody's gonna be who you want them to be. People are people, But you gotta ask yourself, why did you get married to him? Why you have kids with him? Why are you with him still right now? Obviously, he's got to be good at something. Take all the positives and don't worry about the negatives. Like, yeah, of course you needed to hear it, but you can't take it like too personal. I know you women want a lot, but see these guys ain't like that. And then if they're like that, you're like, oh, he's too fucking nice. He wants some. Let me just check something for you. Yeah. See, he enjoys you. He knows like he feels pleasure with you. He feels joy. He's happy with you deep down inside. But he knows that he's caused difficulties. He knows he's difficult. He knows he's a pain in the ass. He thinks that you think he is doing something that he's not supposed to be doing. You might doubt him. You might show doubt to him. You might say that you doubt him in certain ways, or you might fear that he's gonna come home one day and say, look, fuck you, I'm out of here, or I don't want to deal with this life no more. Like, he thinks that you really like don't give him enough credit. And the reason why is because he doesn't want to make the necessary effort to like be like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get effort. Like, if there's no effort, it's because he feels that way. You know, he feels like, look, when men get married and they have kids, they feel like they accomplished what they had to do, and the rest is just whatever. A lot of men are like that, unfortunately, and women too. Like they got he's comfortable, see, because he knows you're not going nowhere, and he ain't going nowhere. He just like wants to live his life and be like, yeah, whatever, fuck, man, you know, this bullshit, whatever, you know. I know it's hard, man, but that's why I'm single, yo. I can't deal with that shit. I can't deal with people's emotions. Yeah, they do. I'm not afraid to say the truth because I know I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, when people get married, they get comfortable and they think that that person's gonna continue to do that shit for the rest of their life. And then one day they're gonna get fed up, and then the divorce comes, and then everything goes to shit. But some people they get comfortable and they don't care about divorce and they don't care about what they do. If that person keeps putting up with them, then they're just gonna live their life and they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. It's all good. If they don't say nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing. But the good news is, Ariana, that it is gonna get better. I see the effort being put in a little better, and things will get better by. And the reason why it's gonna get better because you got holidays coming up, and I got that again in the cards. Where when the holidays come up, the bond will be a little better, things will be a little better. But in the back of his mind, he still thinks that you doubt him, that you want more from him that you're not getting. So try to like, I don't know if you want to, but try to value him a little better, you know? Look at all of his positives, even if it's two things that's positive about him. Just dwell on the positive stuff, like, you know, and not the negative things. I just feel like, you know, you guys doubt each other sometimes because there's no like, you know, serious communication, or there's like too much of a comfortable vibe. Relationships are just a pain in the ass. I feel sorry for a woman that comes into my life. She's gonna be like, this guy's too much work. I don't like this guy. He's too smart. He's a pain in the ass. Jokes around too much. Yeah, that's my advice to you, Ariana. My advice to you is to focus on just the positive things. Don't doubt him. Don't be suspicious. You know, try not to like make it, you know, like that. I saw that in the cards. That that's an issue, and that's what also frustrates him. His finances, and he has anxiety over like meeting, you know, his goal. Yeah, I hope so. One day, I'm open to whatever, but you know, I'm not like looking for it. She better come looking for me. I'm the better choice. All right, as far as your finances from now to the end of the year, it's still going to be a little unstable, and it's still not going to be as much as you really want. I feel like there's an effort there being made by the both of you to overcome this and to make it better. But like you guys have to reverse the trend that you're in. So if there's something you're doing where you're spending, you got to find out like, do we need this? Do we need that? We're paying for this, we're paying for that. So you got to start cutting down what you need and what you don't need. What you want is not necessary, but what you need is. So make a list of needs and wants, and then start breaking down. your finances in that way. But I do get that things will get better eventually. Probably not this year, like the end of the year, it'll still be difficult. Yeah. Like in January next year, February, it'll start to get better financially. But not extremely better, but a little better. Like you'll have some type of gain here and there, but nothing like where you're like, oh yeah, great, this is wonderful. We're back, where we have everything we need. Like it's not gonna be it like I said, it depends on him too. It depends on I don't know if he wants another job or he's gonna get another job or he's looking for another job or he wants another job. Like I feel like the finances really have to do with him. Like he's gotta like I think that he wants a different job or he wants a more high paying job or he wants a promotion. Like I feel like he's good at what he does and he wants to make more money and I think he's trying to. But right now it's not like meant for him to like get it right now. But I feel like next year can be like I mean like in January, February, it could be like a possibility there where he makes a bit more and makes him a little easier, like it eases him up a bit. He says he does, but I don't see effort to get it. He's a smart man. I know he can do better. Yeah, I get that because I got the magician card twice for him, so he knows his shit. I don't. He's not the pro. The only problem he has is he might be a bit too comfortable. I wouldn't say lazy. I don't get lazy. I mean, he could be at sometimes, or like not just lazy, but like non-motivated. Like he'll get comfortable and be like, you know what? I don't need another fucking job. I don't give a shit about this. Like, I'm too old for this shit. I don't really want to do nothing. Fuck this. Like my job's good enough. I'm good. Like he has those moments where he's like, yeah, I can, but I don't really want to. If you have a job, it's not gonna get better. But if you don't have a job, like he probably wants more effort from you. Like I don't know what your job situation is, but he thinks that you should put in more effort. And you might be like an issue with the finances. Like you said earlier, um, I'm to blame for the problems. Like I think that he thinks that you don't want to make the necessary effort, that he always has to, do this and do that. So, it takes two to tango. So you have to ask yourself right now, what am I bringing to the table? Or how can I make the effort to make more money? How can I meet him halfway? So if you do that, I don't know what your situation is, but oh, you have a job. I pay more than half of the things. I'm better with numbers. Okay. So that's not you then. So you're not the problem. So this is you looking at him saying, you need to put more effort in, mofo. I'm doing my shit. That's what it is then. Hmm. Well. I thought it was the other way around because the way the cards are looking and the way you said there, like I'm always the problem. But I don't know. Maybe he still thinks that you need to put in, like in his mind, he probably thinks you need to put in even more effort. See, that's fucking crazy. there's something going on in his mind where he feel like you said, like I said earlier, he's comfortable because you pay for the bills, you do more than half, you do everything. So it's like, yeah, whatever, you know. So, but see, I don't want you to feel bad by me saying this, but it's your fault for making him feel comfortable. See, so you are to blame, but in a certain way. Like I'm being serious now. Like I know you're providing for your family and him and yourself, and you're the breadwinner or whatever, and you're the person doing it. But if you're making him feel too comfortable, then you got to make him feel like, hey, you know, maybe you should step the fuck up a little more so we can be better, you know. So if you're gonna if and that but that's the thing. Some men are like that, where if they know you're doing everything and paying for shit, they're gonna continue to make you do it. So now you got to come up with the solution of, you know, right. I got the exact same cards again. Right. I agree. I agree with you. And I keep getting the same thing, that he's going through difficulties at work. Right. Even if you have to say it, you know, you can say something like this: look, Christmas is coming up, you know, I want to get the kids some good shit or whatever the case may be. I need you to, like, step up and contribute. It's not about me doing everything all the time. You might have to lay the guilt trip on them. Just don't argue. Just say, look, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it. But this is how I feel. So please, like, help me the fuck out here. You know? I'm tired of doing everything. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Just be straight up. But don't do it in a nasty, fucked up way. Like, don't be a bitch about it. Just, like, say, hey, look, babe, look, fuck. Probably do it after sex. So it'll be the best thing. Right after sex is a good time to have these conversations, especially for a man. You know? That way he's happy. And you say, look, babe, look, I need you to do this. I need you to step up. I'm tired of fucking doing everything. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but this is how I feel. And you ain't gotta be fucked up. Just say the truth. Sometimes he probably needs to hear that. Some people don't like the truth, but the truth, reveals itself. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do that. That's not good. Damn, you didn't get none for your birthday? Holy shit, the fuck's wrong with him? Dang. I know how guys can do that shit. Me, I get the same freaking cards for him over and over and over. Like honestly, like, hold on a sec. I need to like really check something out for you real quick. Give me a sec. I swear you can't make this shit up. Like I don't see him with anybody else if that's bothering you. What I see is a person who is on go slow. Like he's just like he might have like ended like some friendships with people, or he might have told somebody like, "Leave me the fuck alone." I got a woman and I got my kids. Like I ain't gonna have time for this shit. He could have like ended friendships with people, or he ended something with somebody, and like made him feel like a certain way. Yeah. I just think that like he hides behind himself, and he doesn't really want to. He doesn't know what more effort he has to do. I think he loves his kids, and and I think that he doesn't have time for any other bullshit. But that's just the way he is. Some guys are like that. They get comfortable. Even sex doesn't matter anymore. He might be at the age where he don't even care anymore about it. Yeah, he's not with anybody else if that's bothering you. Yeah, yeah, but he's not having an affair or anything like that. Or I don't get that. I just think that he doesn't want to make any mistakes, and he's tired of like arguing with you and things like that. Um, if you have a daughter, if you have a daughter, I know you said you have kids, but if you have a daughter, he's worried about her. Um, and if you have a son, he thinks that the son is good and like doesn't have to worry about him. I think he worries more about his daughter. So if you have a son and a daughter, he's worried about the daughter a lot. If I had a daughter, I'd worry about her too. That's the only thing I get. But I don't get he's doing any type of stuff or whatever. Yeah. If she's at the age where she's old enough to date, like teenage years, or like he's worried about her a lot. Like he wants to know what she's doing. He wants to know what she's doing because he worries about her. I think that's another thing that gets him. You know, in this day and age, it's hard to have a daughter, even a son too, but a daughter's worse because they're like, women are always a sex symbol, so it's hard. And if you're a father of a daughter, you're like, yeah, I dare you do something to my daughter, I'll fucking shoot your ass. Like he feels like he has to be prepared. He has to prepare himself for the worst. She seems like she's guarded though. She seems like she can reveal any type of man that comes to her or whatever. Like she might feel like, she's sick of bullshit. Yeah, I know. I know. Absolutely. There's a lot of sick men out there, you know. There's a lot of men out there that do dumb shit, man. I fucking hate that. I know like a guy that used to be a teacher at my school. He was messing around with his daughter's best friend. Oh yeah, there's tons of them. It's a norm. It's a normal thing for them. They expose themselves. They don't even care. They think it's wonderful. Now you do that shit to my daughter. If I had a daughter in this day and age right now, she was like 20 years old, I have a nice long talk with her. And I say, look, if they ain't like your daddy, then don't go around them. And if anything happens, you call me immediately. And I will be there so quick that he won't even have a chance to do what he wants to do to you. Sometimes you can't do anything. They're old enough. They're gonna do what they want. They have to learn their lesson. Unfortunately, a parent can only do so much. And I know good parents who have shitty children, but those children made their own choices. Their family told them what's right, but they didn't do what's right. So you can't even blame the parents sometimes. The parents do what's right, but the kids have to do the rest. It's very difficult to have children in this day and age. It's worse now. Social media destroys you. All these women on social media showing their asses and their titties and their fucking body parts. It's disgusting. I don't even look at women the same anymore. Yeah, I don't blame. I would have done the same thing. You're beating my daughter, I'm gonna shoot your fucking ass. Damn right. You let my daughter get beat up by no guy. I wouldn't let my sister. Let me tell you something. And people laugh when I say this. But I have two sisters, and when both of them got married, I went right up to their husbands before they got married, and I said, "Look, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but if you lay a hand on my sister and she calls me one day, you better run. You better go to another country. And you better make sure you never see me, because wherever I see you, I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you, and I'm not gonna promise that you're gonna live. You understand? I'm one of those brothers that will come and haunt you, beat you, and do whatever if you disrespect my sister. You understand?" Okay, yeah, cool. We good, we good. Yeah, we're good? Okay. You think I'm joking? Try me. That's what happened with my youngest sister's husband. He disrespected her and the boys, and they're getting a divorce. I walked in on him verbally abusing her, talking shit to her. I walked in, I was like, look, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna punch your teeth down your fucking throat and I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. You know what he did? He said, fuck you. He went through the garage door and took off. And I ain't seen him since. And he left. He left this house because he feared his life. He slept with a baseball bat and cameras. I said, I'll beat the living fuck out of you. Talk to my sister like that or these kids like that again. You're damn right. Who you think you're talking to? You out of your mind? And now he fears. I haven't seen him for months because he's been gone. And he better hope and pray that I don't see him because he's going around talking shit about me, about the boys, about her. He just keeps running his mouth. And I said, don't worry. I'm going to see you one day and you probably not going to like it. I asked God not to show me him ever again. I don't even want to see him. I told God, keep me away from that guy. I end up tying him up to a palm tree with some duct tape and leave him there for 24 hours. Let the ants and bugs and shit eat him, bite him, birds shit on him. Leave him there for like 24 hours so somebody finds him. Some men deserve it, and some women do too. Yeah, that's what I'd do. If I see him one day, I'll probably kidnap him and tie him to a palm tree. I don't want to beat him because he's too scrawny. Like he wouldn't last one punch. I don't want to knock him out because that's not really suffering. I want to like tie him up to a palm tree or somewhere in public and like humiliate him. Tie him up and put duct tape on his mouth so nobody will hear him for like about a day. I'll put some honey on him so the ants will eat him and roaches and shit. Yeah, sure, I can do that to your ex. Yeah, sure, I do. My mom, my dad, they tell me all the time, Mark, don't you dare touch him. You know, you're gonna go to jail. I said, of course not, Mom. I wouldn't waste my time. I could care less. He's gonna get karma anyway. He's so scared of me. Like he'll never like if he sees me, he'll definitely run. Like I'm twice his size. So, you know, he don't want no parts of me. I can't hit nobody that's small and that skinny. It'd be like me to him, him to the floor. So like I'm not a violent person anyway, so I'll stay away. I stay away from him. But I'll definitely like I'd knock his ass out and then like tie him up to a tree and torment him. I think that's like better punishment. But yeah, I don't have to. I leave everything in God's hands. Like I said, I'm just joking around. You know. But if someone harmed my daughter, oh boy, that's why God didn't give me a daughter yet. He's probably like, yeah, I'm gonna give Mark his last headache. He's gonna get involved with a woman and have a child, and it's gonna be a daughter, so it can be a pain in his ass. Give him some more gray hairs. At least he'll tell her the morals and values of life and how to deal with a man. Honestly, if I had a daughter right now that was like 20 years old, or even before that, like 15, and she was starting to go through puberty and all that shit, and she wanted to date a boy and all that, have a boyfriend, I'd be like, you're gonna come into daddy's office real quick. I gotta talk to you. This is what you're gonna do, okay? This, and this, and this, and that's it. Just have me on speed dial if anything happens. If the guy treats you right, don't call me. But if he starts acting up, put me on speed dial. I'll be there in a heartbeat, no problem. Or just tell me where he lives. I'll deal with it. But thank God I don't have to deal with that shit. I'm so grateful that my mom and dad never did dumb shit to each other or never fought. My parents have been together for 60 years And I've never seen my parents like fight each other. I never seen my mom throw something at my dad, or my dad like call her a bitch or something like that. Never. And my parents are different. Like they're not. They're religious, and they're like they don't swear and all that. They're like calm and decent. But they're a different breed. They set good examples for us. And I don't treat women like shit. My dad never showed me that. My dad respects my mom. He gave my sisters a hard time. I remember my older sister came out with this mini skirt, and he was like, "Where the fuck you think you're?" He didn't say where the fuck, but he says, "Where you think you're going?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going on a date." And he's like, "You ain't going nowhere looking like that. I don't know where you bought that skirt from, but if mommy didn't buy you that." And my mom comes around the corner. She goes, "Hell no, I did." He was like, "You better go back inside and put some jeans on or whatever. You ain't leaving this house looking like that. You out of your damn mind. And make sure you're home at 11 o'clock." I used to see because my older sister, my older brother and I have an older sister. So I'm the third one. So I used to watch all the drama. My dad was super strict, especially with my sisters. That's why my sisters got married early and got out of the hellhole that they called it. They called my house the hellhole because my dad was like, always holding them back from like dating their boyfriends and doing dumb shit. So they both, left early. I left when I was 19. I couldn't take my dad anymore. He held me back. He was too strict. He's like, "You gotta be home at midnight." I'm like, "Look, man, I'm a DJ. The party starts at midnight. It ends at 3. I don't give a shit. You're not no damn DJ. Fuck that. You're lying to me." I said, "Look, Dad, I'm telling you I'm a DJ." And he's like, "I don't give a shit. As long as you live in this house, you gotta be here before 12 o'clock. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you." Meanwhile, I was DJing. The party started at 12. I wasn't home. He locked the door, so I slept in the garage in the car. That's all I did. I slept in the garage many times. I went in the garage when I got home. I stayed in the car, slept in the back seat. In the morning, he'd be the first one up. He'll look at me in the car, and I'll see him like in the corner of my eye, and I'll just get back up and go inside because the door will be open. And he goes to work at 6:30 in the morning. So when he left in the morning, I go back inside and go sleep. And he'd give me a lecture. He'll, tell me, you can't come home that late, and if you do, I'll lock you, and you'll sleep in the garage and not in my house. You'll sleep in the garage like a dog. I said, "That's cool. It's only on the weekends. It's cool." And then when I got 19, I got my own car because here in Bermuda, where I live, you have to be 18 to drive and to have your own car. So when I was 19, I was in the army, and I was making money at the army and my job. So I had 2 incomes and DJing. So I had 3 incomes at 19. So I can afford to get my own apartment. I have my own car. And I told my parents, "Sayonara, see you later." "Oh, you're making a big mistake leaving this house." I was like, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm in prison around here. I'm fucking gone." I was waiting for my 18th birthday to tell you goodbye, and I waited till my 19th birthday to tell you goodbye. So I couldn't stay with my dad anymore. He held me back too much. And I turned out perfectly fine, you know? Not in his eyes, but in my eyes, I'm fine. So, yeah, we all left because he drove us crazy. He drove us like insane. He tried to run our lives too much. He was too controlling, too annoying, too protective, too much. He was just too much. And he doesn't even care. He would never admit it either. I mean, it's a good thing that he was like that because it made us the people who we are today. But it was too much. You got to let your children live a little. You got to let them learn. You got to let them learn their lessons. You got to let them live their life. You keep holding them back, when they break free, they're going to do a lot of dumb shit. So you might as well, like, just let them do certain things and just, let them learn on their own. No way, not him. He's a pain in my ass. He still is a pain in my ass. He still tries to tell me what to do, and I don't even live with him. He's still a pain in the ass. If he knows I'm not working or whatever, or I'm taking some time off, or I'm doing something, he's like, "Oh, where are you working now?" I said, "I'm working at this place." I'll lie to him just to keep him off my back. I don't like to lie to him, but I have to because he's a pain in the ass. He wants to know like everything. But now he doesn't really do it no more. He gave up. He's like, yeah, whatever. As long as he don't come to me for money, I ain't worth. He must say to himself, as long as Mark don't come to me for money, then I'm good. Which I don't. You know. He knows that I have my business and I have my own money and I have everything I need. Like I don't come to him for anything. He comes to me and asks me to do shit at his house. I'm constantly working at his house and fixing his house up. My mom's different. She's like, yeah, whatever. She doesn't really bother me or irritate me like that. But my dad, oh my God. Where you working to? Who you working for? Who you doing it? Where you doing that? You should be working every day. You're still young. You should be working every day. When I was your age, I was working 60 hours a week and blah. I said, look, when you were my age, you had 4 kids. You had 3 jobs. I'm 46 now. I don't have no kids. I don't have no house. I live in this apartment and I live my life to the fullest. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I ain't gotta work 3 jobs. I just gotta work for me. I said my life and your life at 46 is totally different. So I'm not you and you're not me, okay, Dad? You understand? Hello? And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, take a break, yo. I don't have to work every day. I'm not you. And then I tell him this: you're 80 years old, you live off your pension, and you keep telling me it's not enough. And you work 3 jobs day and night. You work right up until 75. He's been retired for 5 years. And I said, look, it's still not enough. And I told him I can put $1 million in your account and you'll still be the same pain in the ass you are now. Because for you, it's never enough. And he just looks at me and walks away. And I know a lot of our parents are like that. It's just the way it is. We can't change them. And I don't want to change them because you do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Biggest pain in the ass in my life. But I can handle him. He's cool. He's a good dad. He's just a pain in the ass. He's worse than a bloody woman. All right, it's 1:30 in the morning here. I need to get my ass to bed. I had a good time today. I came on twice today. Had a lot of nice conversations. A lot of good people around. Well, it's good. Saw some people that I haven't seen in a while. Got some new people, which is good. Love you guys. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. I'm gonna go have lunch with my parents tomorrow. I do it every Sunday. I go have lunch with them. So tomorrow night I'll be on at some point in time. I'll be on tomorrow. I might come on in the morning for a little while and then come again on in the evening time like I did today. So you guys enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you, be safe and do what's best for you. All righty. Good night.